evening. I am at the train station on a very cold winter's evening in December. I am going to be walking my dog. Say hello. My friends in World Driving Lease have reported very slow charging to see, and I'm gonna just to compare, see if I suffer from the same fate. Now look at this. I'm not sure if you can actually see this. Hang on, let me just fix this. Now it says, let's see now. It says time remaining 1 hour and 35 minutes. Now I'm at 40%. This car should be well full in less than an hour. So it looks like I'm also slowed down by the cold weather. But let's see if it actually stays at 1 hour and 35 minutes, or if it's actually going to speed up. Right, time to go for a walk. Bye. Now a free charge and some exercise, what more could a electric car owner want? It's not very good actually having a black dog and trying to shoot these things at night. Christmas is coming. Christmas decorations glistening all around. New Christmas decorations at that end of the street. Pretty nice. Nice job. Just checked the app, and looks like the charger has kicked into high gear. We've been walking for about 40 minutes now. It had 1 hour and 35 minutes remaining. It then had 25 minutes remaining after half an hour, so it looks like it kicked it into high gear, which is good. Now we are back. It is 21:43, so we've been on the walk for a little over an hour, about an hour and 5, and I've been checking it throughout the walk, and it seemed to have started off at 11 kilowatt because it said 1 hour and 35 minutes remaining. Then it was fairly linear up until about a half an hour in. It went from somewhere around an hour remaining to 30 minutes remaining, so I'd really kicked it up into high gear then. Hypothesis is that it more than likely started off slower, it warmed up the battery a bit with regards to charging, and then when the temperature was right it kicked it up into high gear. It's still fairly cold, it's only about 4 degrees. So I'm quite happy with that. It's time to go home for a cup of tea, watch some telly and go to bed. Bye. Hello everybody. I'm on my way to Cork for some Christmas shopping, as well as trying to get nitrogen in my tyres at one of the local garages over there. One of the things I wanted to show you, I get a lot of questions online sometimes, either via Facebook, Twitter, or via comments on these videos. One of the people I was talking to was asking what the best heater setting is for Zoe with regards to range. Now, this is just my own opinion, and people can disagree. I'm currently doing 100 kilometers an hour, as you can see, with the speed limiter. Not very economical, but pretty damn good. My heater settings are as follows. On the left, you can see the temperature. The temperature is set to 20 degrees. In all fairness, in winter it can probably go a little bit less because, you're probably dressed warmer. The other two lights with the arrows are the direction of my heat. I have one, I have heat going up against the windscreen and towards me. The AC light, as you can see, is red, which means it's turned off. I don't use the AC because the AC absolutely eats power, as you'd expect. The 2 dots on the right hand side is the speed of the fan. It has 8 dots, 2 for every quarter. I only have it set to a quarter because if you go above a quarter it tends to get a little noisy, which is annoying when you're driving a quiet car. It is very, very annoying. At this rate, I don't feel it really impacts on the range as much. It does a little, but not as much. And the cabin stays warm enough for my liking. Other people might find they're cold, my wife being one of them. However, generally the remedy is either you use the heated seat cover, which I have bought, or put the warmer top on. I have seen people in a Nissan Leaf with blankets. No, I won't go that far. I would gladly sacrifice 10 kilometers worth of range if it means that I can actually have a warm journey. Anyway, off to Cork City, and we'll talk to you there. One of the other little things I noticed is that I must get my actual windscreen cleaners adjusted. It's very mucky out there, as you can see. I hope you can see it. There is a lot of sand on the actual windscreen. So when I actually do the windscreen cleaners, look what happens. See the way they're adjusted very low? So I have to press them fairly long for it to actually go above the windscreen wiper. I ideally would like to actually have them hit the windscreen sort of halfway up. Anyway, we'll get that adjusted. That's a small thing. Okay, I got my nitrogen in my tyres at Best Fit here in Cork City. As you saw, my power is running a wee bit on the low side. I've got 19 kilometers left. Now I'm gonna boot it down the N25 down to Frankfield. I'm gonna try and get as low as I can, and I'll see if I can charge up on the fast charger in Frankfield. I might even take note of the actual percentages and see if I can do a nice graph. That is if it works, and that is if if it worked really. Okie doke, boy. Okay, we are on a warning light. I'm probably I'd say I'm probably about a half a kilometer away from the charger, which is also all downhill. So I've no reason not to make it to the charger. So let's get there and plug in. Alright, we are here. 12 kilometers left. I'm gonna guess percentage wise probably around I'd say 10%, probably. So I'll plug in and we'll start taking some notes. 11%, not as low as I'd like it, but we'll take it. So I'll start taking some notes and see how long this charger actually takes to get to 99%. So I've been here for about 15 minutes and we are just about to pass the 50%. This is genuinely going fast. This is what a fast charger should do, I might add. So far it seems to be rising at about 12% every 5 minutes, give or take. So that means the 80% should be reached in about 25 minutes, and I reckon 99% probably about 10 minutes later, because I'm expecting it to slow down after about 80, maybe 85. Although I've seen online that it actually is pretty linear all the way up to about a 95 mark. Guess time will tell. So far, fingers crossed, no problems. These DBT chargers, the one in cashless, has been just as reliable. It's a strange one. I'm glad this one works actually, and I think Off the top of my head, most of the chargers that they have in England are these DBTs. So that bodes well for my trip to the UK and Holland next year. So yeah, 53%. Let's keep measuring. 20 minutes in, 73%. It's actually flying up. Very happy with this. People who didn't realise it was 14:44 when I started. So I've actually been measuring every 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes. My own maths is off. Jesus. Half an hour in. 87%. 15 minutes remaining. We'll get there. So we are 40 minutes in. 96%. Better make a note of that. I kind of was expecting that, if we keep in mind that the last time I did this, it took an hour and 20 minutes on a 22 kilowatt charger. I would have expected the 99% to take possibly half that, because it's, you know, maths would dictate. This is 44, the other one was 22, so it would be half. It would be half the time of the previous one, which was an hour and 20 minutes, as I said. So let's see when it actually reaches 99. It won't be much longer, I'd say. Probably another 4 minutes, I'd say. Now, 43, was it 43 minutes? Thereabouts. Let's see, I started here at 44, 34, yeah, about 43 minutes. It's just kicked over to, no, it's more actually, it's 48 minutes, my apologies. So around 48 minutes and it's just kicked over to 99%. So, awesome. I think we can call this a successful test. So I'll just try and plot the data, and we'll see what we come up with. I'm just going to go and grab something to drink, and I'm going to be off. Here we are, 119 kilometers on a full charge. Pretty good considering the fact that I've been booting it for the last probably 50. Right, time to do the rest of the day. Another Q Park. This one is, I don't even know which one this is. Merchants, or I don't know. I'll put it up there, but I have no idea which one this actually is. Charging next to a Nissan Leaf. Another standard charge point, so I can go and do me shopping. Awesome. That's the one. Thank you, Q Park and Drive for Zero. Now we are back from my shop. I've unplugged. I think it added about 20%. I'm going to go down to McDonald's on the Commons Road to meet up with a friend of mine. And they should have another charger over there. I'm not sure what speed it'll be, but I think it'll be a 22 kilowatt charger, which should get me the rest of the way. Not that I actually am short of power. I've got plenty to get back home. But if there's free electricity to be had, we'll take it. Alright. At the charge point, EC, DC CHAdeMO, fast charger. Obviously not suitable for me. It's also currently out, to my recollection, out of action. I seem to remember someone about that. It might be working, but I'm not really interested in it, considering it's not for me. So now the question is that going to work? Because they're the Electro Bay ones, and I'm not entirely convinced that this one will work. I had mixed results with these. So let's plug in and see what happens. Now we are charging. Not sure if you can actually read that. We are charging. We just uncoil this cable. Coiling cables will cause heat build-up and potentially a meltdown, although that would be rare enough. Let's see how much we have left. 1 hour and 1 hour and 30 at 66%. Yeah, that would mean it's a 7 kilowatt point. I kind of had that feeling. All the ones that I've connected to that do work, seem to be 7 kilowatts. But that's fine. I'm meeting up with my friend in the McDonald's just on the other side of the fence here. And well, number 2, I don't need to charge, so we'll take it whilst it's free. Okay, time to go to McDonald's. I'll tell you what, having an electric car, the one thing it actually does is increases your amount of caffeine intake, because you generally tend to buy coffee or something like that every single time you charge. And the other thing is you get very close to fast food restaurants, and the temptation is, well, big for me, but you know, others might be stronger willed. Okay, let's do this. Good morning, everybody. We are in Shannon. I am on my way to Galway with the missus, going for a lovely weekend away in Galway for the Christmas market and things. Just arrived, just plugged in, left home at 93%. I didn't actually film that, completely forgot, sorry. Drove up here pretty much following the speed limit, didn't really do eco, and arrived here with 20% left, which is great because I wasn't entirely sure what kind of charger was here or whether it was SOE compatible or anything like that. But it's a DBT charger. I've had good experiences with these DBT chargers, so I'm hoping for a successful charge. And I am now going to go to McDonald's for some lunch, and I'll probably check back in with you guys when we're in Galway. I'm not expecting no issues further on. It's just about another 80 kilometers, I think, to Galway, so I should arrive there with 20% left at least. We're going to the Christmas market. There is a nice charger about 100 meters from the square where the actual market is, so I'm going to use that this evening. Hopefully it'll work, hopefully it'll be free, and all will go well. Yeah, I'll check back with you guys once we're in Galway. Bye. Well, you made it to Galway at the Clayton Hotel. My wife's decided to stay inside, whereas I am going to go out and do some Christmas shopping. Had another 37% left, so it actually was grand. And I'm going to check out a few of the charge points around here. I don't come to Galway very often. So after I'm done with my Christmas shopping, I'm going to go and check out a few of the charge points here. Great, bye. Okay, I'm in Galway Retail Park. Mad busy around here. I suppose it's the last weekend before Christmas. Found a charge point. It's marked as offline on the USB map, but I'm actually just going to transit because the actual thing just says ready for service, so it'll either not work. Well, hopefully I won't be, you know, end up swallowing my cable or something silly like that. But let's plug in and let's see what happens. Found the problem. Card reader is broken. Nothing happening. Okay. Well, I'm going to do my shopping here anyway because there's no point in driving on because it's just absolutely jammers around here. So I'm just going to do my shopping around here. Okay, am back at the hotel. I found 3 charge points. One was broken, one was sort of out of the way, but I might use it for an overnight charge. It's about I'd say about a mile from here. So the location looked pretty okay. It's along sort of on the side of a petrol station. I'm not sure whether it has 24-hour access. It didn't look like there was a barrier or anything like that, so it's probably quite okay to leave it overnight. The third charger I found, which was the one that I was going to park at whilst we were doing the market, is not marked, and since the fact that it's very, very busy in town, I will be lucky to get a car parked there. I'm going to try when we go for the market, but I sincerely doubt we're going to be able to use that whilst we go to the market. Anyway, I think it's time just for a quick cup of tea, a refresh, and we'll head back out. Bye. I actually got a charging spot. It's amazing. Okay, Christmas market time. I'm back at the car. I got a notification in my email that said that the charge has stopped. The actual charge point just stopped, really. I'm going to try the one further down the road that was broken earlier. I'll give ESB a ring and see if they can actually start the charge remotely. If not, I'm just going to park and I'll leave it for a day. And that's a no. I spoke to a lovely girl who actually couldn't do anything from there. The charge point isn't responding to any commands, it isn't doing anything. So she can't even remotely start a charge. She couldn't open the ports, nothing. Okay, it looks like I'm going to try and find an overnight spot where I can just leave the car. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to the other parking space and just join my wife for the Christmas shopping. The Christmas market is where we came here for, not to actually try and find a charge. This is a little bit annoying because this is a perfect location. It's marked, it's free, it's a perfect location. Sadly, no go. Oh well. Bye. Now, found a working one, 22 kilowatt, and it actually is charging. Great, at least I'm not stuck. Hello, good morning. So it is the day after the night before, or the day before in this case. We are back in Shannon. Stop it now, stop it. I really wish I could actually change that. Anyway, we are back in Shannon. At the fast charger, as you saw. A little bit of a synopsis of what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday is that I was planning to charge up at the charge points at the Galway retail park, or the one a little bit further down. When I checked the map on the morning of departure, the Galway retail park one was broken, or marked offline on the map, I should say. So I decided, okay, the only one that I could then use is the one further down, and that turned out to be a dud, as in it wasn't working. So I was a little bit stuck. The fast charger in Galway has no AC. I actually visited it. I don't think I filmed it. It basically has a Chatamo fast charger and a normal charge point next to it, which is not operational. So that was a bit useless. The other one was a small roundy one that I saw, which I think is just a sort of 7 kilowatt one, which wouldn't be very good because it would take forever to charge. So the other one I had was the Merlin Park Hotel, which did work as you saw. Did a quick 10-minute top up yesterday to just do my driving, and charged there this morning for an hour whilst I had a cup of coffee, surfed the internet and things like that, and everything is hunky-dory. So we were back on our way to Galway, or to Mallow. We're now in Shannon, and everything looking good. This charge point is awfully reliable, the DBT ones. I really enjoy those. It's saying 40 minutes remaining at the moment for a full charge. I'm at 22%, so that is absolutely awesome. Time for lunch, methinks. Bye. And we are back home, 375 kilometers later, and a wonderful weekend. 31 kilometers left, which is really funny because we left Shannon with about a 5 kilometer difference between the distance according to the sat-nav and the estimated range, and we arrive home with more than 30. Just goes to show if you've got a little bit of local knowledge, like I did, because from Charleville to Mallow is pretty much more or less downhill, so your energy usage is substantially less, and yeah, it's great. So we basically got from here to Shannon, okay, I left here on a full charge, got to Shannon with about 20% left, drove on, charged in about 95%, drove on, and arrived in Galway with another about 30% left. Charged up in Galway this morning, and drove down to Shannon, charged in Shannon to, I think we left with about 91%, maybe a bit more. And we arrived here with 31 kilometers left. Probably around 20%. Okay, time to unpack. I think we have to do some shopping and get settled for the evening. I think I'm going to leave it at this for this particular episode. Thanks again for watching, and Happy Christmas, and we might see you before the end of the year, but if we don't, a Happy New Year as well. Bye.